Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to another My Restaurant video. And man, does it feel so good to finally be able to do this video. The brand new auction house update has just finally dropped. In the background right now, I'm going to be showing you exactly what they posted, and it says the global market update for My Restaurant is out. Sell limited items to players around the world in a live marketplace, plus more. Grab the new limited items before they are sold out. Which, speaking of the limited items, if you guys can already tell, I am sitting at 34 mil, and the reason for this is because I did have to go ahead and purchase all of the limited items before I actually started recording, so that way I would not miss out on any of them and I was able to showcase every single one of them without running into any issues. Now, really quickly, I do want to give a shout out to every single one of you that have gone ahead and joined me in the public server. Huge shout out to all of you, but I don't want to waste any more time. Let's get into taking a look at every single thing because I haven't seen any of it. I literally just jumped on and went straight to the big shop, so I was able to purchase all of the limiteds. So let's go ahead and enter in here. I'm going to show you guys. Obviously, I'm sure you're all more than fully aware from my previous videos where this is going to be located, but in the back of the big shop, here is where all of the brand new limited items are listed. Starting from the left hand side, we have the futuristic table, which is now completely sold out. There are only 25,000 of these in existence that will be circulating around the entire economy, and you'll be able to purchase them, unfortunately now only through the auction house, which, as you can see, they were worth $50,000 if you bought them from the big shop, but it's pretty likely that everyone's going to be selling them for millions, so you will have to cough up a lot of money in order to be able to purchase these. Now, right next to that, we have the futuristic chair, which is also now completely sold out. 60,000 of these are circulating around in existence. These were available for 35,000. We'll go ahead and check out in the auction house to see what the prices are kind of at right now, but I can promise you that they're going to be extremely ridiculous. Next to that, we have the brand new coffee machine. This one unfortunately did end up going for Robux, 650 Robux, like how it was in the test server. If I'm not mistaken, the total amount of existence for this was 10,000, so not very many people have actually purchased this. I did go ahead and purchase one, so we'll kind of be taking a look on how exactly this entire thing operates and what the cooldown on it is. Next, it is the wooden sign. This was one of the more common limiteds because I think there was a total of like 300 or 350,000 in existence. On top of that, they're not sold out, so you can still go into the shop and purchase some of these for $20,000. Next, you have the modern sign, $50,000. These are still available in the shop. There's 69,000 left. And then you have the luxury sign, which unfortunately does go for Robux, 75 Robux. There's only 14,470 of these. Now, this next one honestly caught me completely off guard. It's more than likely already sold out, but as I'm sure many of you know, I was sitting at a little over $5 billion in the game, and it turns out that the statue, the eternal statue, which actually it's not sold out, there's only 16 of these left, and in total I believe there was maybe like 50 of these or 100. I'm not entirely sure, I can't remember, but yes, the value on this statue is $5 billion, and I personally did go ahead and purchase one, so we will most definitely be taking a look at that inside of my restaurant in a second. Now, as far as everything else in the big shop, I don't really see anything else that's new. I know that they talked a little bit about luxury bar stools and stuff like that, but I personally don't see it. Maybe they'll release that in limiteds at some point during the week. Nothing else here listed in the Robux section. Yeah, so I'm not really seeing anything else new. The only other thing that of course we know is new here is the brand new theme, which is the penthouse. I'm going to go ahead and purchase this. It's $9 million, which kind of affects me now because I no longer am sitting at 5 bill, but it's cool. It's for the video, so I'm going to go ahead, purchase that penthouse. And now we are going to head over to my restaurant. Yo, look at how sick this looks, dude. How crazy is it that this looks way better than the actual futuristic one? This is honestly incredible, dude. I like this a lot. Now, first thing that I'm noticing is they have gone ahead and I guess you can say buffed the shrine. It no longer has a crazy cooldown period. If you remember, prior to this update, it was, I think, a 48-hour cooldown. I just used mine last night and it's listing it as 6 hours, so they have most definitely gone ahead and lowered down the cooldown period on that. Let's head up to my 10th floor, which, dude, that looks awesome. Look at the actual trimming on the bottom of the penthouse theme. That looks so good, dude. All right, so for starters, yes, I did go ahead and purchase 84 futuristic chairs and 42 futuristic tables. This is exactly what they look like. I'll probably end up setting these up in some of my floors at some point. Oh, look at that, we just leveled up. Easy 25k. But yeah, we're all pretty much really familiar. We've been playing with this in the test server for quite some time now. I will more than likely be holding on to these until they have a little bit more value, and then I'll sell them in the auction house. But let's go ahead now and check out some of the other interesting stuff. So I did go ahead, like I said, and purchase one of each sign. Let's ignore the fact that I have 16 of the modern signs and 9 of the wooden signs. But the way that these are going to work is extremely simple. Just place down your sign, walk up to it, you'll be prompted to press E. In here, you can then go ahead and type in your message, which in my case, I will put subscribe to Carbon Meister. Then go ahead and hit confirm, and there is your message. Yo, I'm gonna actually fill up my entire restaurant with these signs and put sub to Carbon Meister because I am that guy. So that's exactly what it's gonna look like on each one of the signs. Again, these two can be purchased with in-game money. Unfortunately, the luxury one, you will need to spend 75 Robux, or of course, if you would like to, you can go into the auction house, which we're gonna go and check out just in a second to see how much people are selling all of these limiteds for. But yeah, if you are wealthy in game and have a lot of money, you can go into the auction house and purchase some of the luxury signs. Now, next up, let's take a look at this $5 billion statue, which is ridiculous. It doesn't really do much. I mean, it is animated. It has little tiny things that are floating around in circles, but honestly, it's really just a flex piece. And as weird as it sounds, I really like the fact that they made it super expensive. This is by far the rarest limited item in the game right now because of the value. You will not find this in the auction house for anything lower than 5 bill. And realistically speaking, people will probably double the price on this. So I will not be surprised at all if we go to the auction house and these are selling for probably 10 bill. Personally, I like it a lot because of the fact that I now have to work again to make more money, which in my opinion makes the game way more entertaining. Now let's head down to my first floor and we're going to check out the brand new coffee machine. This is what I'm really interested to check out and see exactly how it works. I'm going to delete one of these filler items that I have right here, and we're going to drop the coffee machine right in the path of where the staff members will walk. And sure enough, one of my staff members already just walked up to it and picked up a coffee. It doesn't seem like there's any cooldown on it. I believe the staff members will just randomly walk up to it and pick it up whenever they really feel like it. Now, I wonder if the more coffee machines you have in your shop, the more they stack. Very similar to like the gumball machines, where if you have 26 of them, it pretty much guarantees a 100% chance that every customer that walks out from that corresponding floor will go ahead and grab a gumball. I would definitely love to check it out. Oh, look, another one of my staff members is picking it up right now. That cook just actually got it. I think his name is Kenny or something. Yeah, look, he's walking super fast now. It would definitely be really interesting to see how many of these will pretty much guarantee for every single staff member to stop and grab a coffee. Obviously, at 650 Robux a piece, that's not something that I can technically afford to test. And financially speaking, with my in-game cash right now, I don't think that I'll be able to purchase any from the auction house. Which, speaking of that, let's go ahead and head on over to the auction house right now and figure out how much everything is selling, which, as you can see, already 3,696 of the limited items that were purchased from the shop are already listed within the global market. Starting off with the appliances, we're gonna look at the coffee machine. The cheapest one listed on here is $900 million, dude. That's a pretty steep price, but at the same time, it is 650 Robux, so it kind of makes sense why people are selling it so expensive. Now let's go ahead and move down to furniture. Here we have the futuristic table and the futuristic chair. Tables are going for 1.2 mil, the cheapest one. The most expensive is going for 8.3 million, which honestly I feel like that's a little too ridiculous. Maybe going as high as like 5 mil will be kind of reasonable. Again, keep in mind the chairs and the tables are purely cosmetic, so you are more or less just buying them for the looks and not for really any other purpose. Now, as for the futuristic chairs, obviously you're gonna need to buy a larger quantity of these, so these are going for a little bit cheaper. Cheapest one is 700k, which is actually not too bad at all. And then you have the ones that are going for 1 mil, 2 mil, and if we make it all the way to page 8, somebody put it up for 1,000. Like, what? Actually, I think that would be like 1 trillion, wouldn't it? I'm bad at math. I'm terrible at numbers. Okay, we're gonna move on. Now, this is the part that I was really interested in. I want to see if anybody has a statue, which they do. 12 mil. What? I have no idea why it said 12 mil there. I thought somebody was selling it for 12 million. I was about to buy it. But anyways, we have the real simp shady is actually someone that has it up for a pretty reasonable price. He's only trying to make a 1 bill profit, which I feel like it's a little bit crazy because there's only 100 of these in existence. So my prediction on the whole entire 10 bill to be able to double your profit was more or less kind of right, because the one after that is 10 billion and it continues to go up from that point. I feel like Mr. Simp Shady over here is definitely undercutting a lot of people in the shop right now, but if anybody is extremely smart out there, they will definitely buy this one, because you could easily sell that for even 9 billion and you'd be still making a profit. Now, checking out the signs, we have the wooden sign. Cheapest one is going for 21k. Most expensive is probably going for, oh, actually 20 bill, which is still insane because you can still buy these these in the shop, I'm pretty sure. Modern sign, you have one for 30K. Most expensive is going for 9 billion. And then you have the luxury sign, cheapest one going for 8 mil. Not too bad, actually, considering you only spend 75 Robux on this. Definitely a really easy way to come up on 10 million. Now, one thing that I am really curious about right now while looking at the auction house, I don't know why no one has, for instance, a golden well or anything like that for sale. Are we not able to sell that? I don't think we can, because I do have some tip jars in my inventory and I'm not actually able to put that into my auction house for sale. Let me go into the 10th floor of my building, grab the golden wishing well, and see if I can put that into the auction house. It's very possible that you might not be able to. Yeah, so pretty much you can't actually sell any of your non-limited items. You can only sell limited items in the auction house. I feel like that's definitely a missed opportunity. They should have definitely allowed for tip jars as well as for golden wishing wells and jukeboxes and stuff like that to be able to be sold in the auction house. I get why they didn't go ahead and add the possibility to add every single item in the shop, but I don't know, who knows, maybe this could change in the future. One other thing that I do want to point out is all of the pedestals that are located around the entire auction house that were labeled 1 through 10, each one of these has a sign that says coming soon. So clearly they are not done with what they want to specifically do with the auction house. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if maybe next weekend, or obviously at some point during the week, we do end up getting another minor update. But yeah, man, aside from that, I don't really see anything else that has been changed. We obviously don't have any new recipes. We don't have any more staff to hire. There is no new 11th floor. Every single one of the settings seem to be pretty much the exact same. And of course, no new boosts have been added either. No game passes. So yeah, that's pretty much everything, man. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the update and we're actually able to go ahead and get your hands on some of the limited. As always, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all types of different content. I'll definitely be getting some more videos up for you guys, especially a new layout, because I know that a lot of you have been getting in contact with me prior to the update about layouts. But like I was telling everyone else, there really was no point in me going ahead and releasing a layout when there's a brand new update that was going to be coming out that potentially could have introduced new features as well as new items that could completely change how we operate our restaurants. So I did kind of want to wait. So make sure that you guys turn on notifications so you do not miss that video. But that's going to go ahead and do it for today. Like always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.